Hello everybody, Senior Engineer MBA and Investor. And today's video, I want to take a look at NTLA 2001 latest data. This was an update that was published on February 28 on Monday of this week. And I want to talk about the update specifically without talking about the stock price, without talking about what happened with the patent situation, because I truly believe that the fundamentals are very important. And regardless of what happens with the stock price or with the patent situations, ultimately, if you can get data, human data from CRISPR programs, then ultimately we get one step closer to an FDA-approved CRISPR drug in 2023, hopefully. Now, before we jump into today's video, you guys know the drill. Like the video, smash that button, destroy that like button. If you're not subscribed yet, please consider subscribing. Okay, so I made a video, like I said yesterday, on what happened with the data, and also consequently within the same time frame we had Beam Therapeutics earnings report. We also had the patent situation, and obviously we have what is going on in Ukraine right now. So complete mess. Perhaps the worst time you can pick to publish data, and definitely data that is revolutionary and for the better, right? So I just want to remind the viewers here that NTLA 2001 first data was published in June 2021, right? Now, a lot of people, the first reaction they have to that statement is, well, that was in June, right? We already got data. Now we want something new. Well, this is the new thing, right? New data coming in actually proves that this whole therapy is durable, right? The key word is durability, right? It's not just a question about getting data for the first time frame. It's what happens after months and months and months and years, right? And ultimately, if you want to go with the FDA approval, you're going to have that data, right? Most programs, I've covered this in this channel, that most drug programs, first of all, they take 7 to 10 years, I think, the median years from the moment they file for IND all the way for FDA approval. And most programs take around $1 billion cost per program. So this is going to take a lot of R&D expenses, a lot of administrative expenses. This will take time. Okay, it's already been years, but it'll take additional months and years for many companies' programs. But NTLA 2001 is a special one, right? NTLA 2001 is a special one. The reason why it's a special one is because this is a in vivo approach, and we have no data for in vivo, right, besides this program. So this program is actually the only program with human data when it comes to in vivo CRISPR editing within humans, of course. Now, I do want to mention that the idea of the ATTR disease is just one of many diseases around the world, right? It's not necessarily about the disease, specifically one disease itself. It's more about proving that in vivo actually works, and it works on the ATTR in this case, and that they can reduce the amount of TTR proteins that they have in the body, right? So if you reduce TTR by over 80%, for example, then for sure, you're eliminating ATTR from the body, potentially from the human body. And this is exactly what they were able to prove in the latest data set, right? So before we even look at the data set, I do want to talk about the end sample, right? It's very important sometimes to look at the end sample, right? So how many people were across all their 4 dosage, right? So they had 4 dosage, right? Just as a reminder, they had 0.1 per kilogram, 0.3 per kilogram, and 1 per kilogram, right? So body weight, right? What it is, for example, if you have 80 kilograms of body weight, you're getting 80 milligrams of dosage, right? So make simple math, right? So the idea of having these 4 dosage is, again, to prove safety, tolerability, PK, PD, measure serum TTR levels, right? Because ultimately for part 2 of this clinical trial, they want to select one specific dosage, go across as many patients that they can within the safety and efficiency protocols they have in place, and then basically go forward with that, right? And that's exactly what happened after this data, right? They selected their dosage, which is 80 milligrams per kilogram. So again, 80 milligrams per kilogram is their dosage for part 2. So everything that's going to go on forward for the future data come in will be with 80 milligrams, right? For this part 2 of the study. And the end sample is so important because you see the median age is 55, right? You see 9 males, 6 females. You see that it was a little bit diverse in terms of race. So you're a little bit Caucasian, a little bit Europeans. Yes, you have an Asian here, you have a Hawaiian here. I mean, for 15 patients, you're not going to get that much more diverse. I mean, it is what it is. It's not like you're going to, it's not like, with 15 patients, so hard to really, have like, I'm just giving an example, like 3 whites, 4 blacks, 3 Spanish. It doesn't necessarily work that, okay? It doesn't work like that, okay? The whole recruitment process for phase 1 trial has to go through so many protocols, and it's only available to specific hospital regions. So it's really hard to even have a diverse population at that point. But I guess it is what it is for that type of numbers we have here on the screen. And it obviously does matter, especially in research design. This is all research design principles, right? Weight kilogram is 83 median, right? So you want to take a look at this so that you sort of have this level of confidence. Okay, so this is the number of years. This is the male and sex, female gender differences. And if we take a look at baseline characteristics, right? I won't stick with this slide too much, but clearly you see there's genotypes here being expressed here through different patients here. And the most popular one is T80A. So it is what it is, right? So you do have a diverse set of genotypes here, right? And there were some side effects, but they were really mild. They were really small. They were across all dose levels, right? It wasn't just specifically to the largest dose. It had it with other doses as well. And you can see that over here, right? You have a couple of headaches here, a couple of headaches, a couple of back pain. It is what it is, This is, it's gonna happen. I mean, like honestly, don't get too stuck up on these numbers. I would get stuck on these numbers here that you're looking at. Dose-dependent reduction in serum TTR reaching a mean reduction of 93% at 1.0 milligram per kilogram, right? This is the largest dose, 93%. That is just amazing, right? For N equals 6, that is amazing, guys. This is just amazing. At day 28, you get that number. It's just amazing. I mean, I just can't express myself more than that. I mean, I remember last summer we were like, the big question was like, will they be able to, sustain this data? It's probably, people said, oh, it's too early to say anything right now. Let's wait till 2022 when they release further data. And here it is, here it is. 6 out of 6 patients with the largest dose achieve over 80% reduction in TTR. All 6 patients have reduced their TTR in the body significantly. 93% mean is just crazy good. I mean, damn, like forget about CRISPR, just any drug, right? Any therapy. If I tell you that wherever you are today, if I'm able to do something to your body one time, right? And you may have a back pain, you may have a headache, you might, in the rare case, vomit, but I'm going to get you 93% down from where you were. And basically that disease will be significantly less present in your body, if not cured, right? Yeah, I mean, I think 99.9% of us would take that chance, right? So I'm just really excited for this, guys. I'm really, really excited. I am so happy for NTLA. I'm so happy for these 6 patients in the largest dose, but all patients across all those cohorts. And I'm happy for phase 2. I am so happy for all stakeholders involved. So that includes shareholders such as myself and many of you guys. A lot of us have been following NTLA before they even ever release any data. So I think we are still in the early days, guys. We are still in the early days. They do some acknowledgements here for the families, for the patients, for the programs, for the hospitals, from every associations that's involved. I mean, I just want to say one thing, I just want to say one thing, guys. Get the job done, right? Just get the job done, and I think NTLA is doing exactly that. There are a couple of other companies that are doing that as well. I think CRISPR Therapeutics, in my opinion, is getting the job done. Over 150 patients dosed across all their programs. I mean, they hold over 80% market share when it comes to patients being CRISPR dosed around the world. To me, that is getting the job done. There's obviously Beam Therapeutics with their beautiful base editors and so on, and their partnerships that they're establishing, especially with Pfizer. And then you have like Caribou Biosciences, in my opinion, the dark horse. I think their phase 2001 data for CBO010 will shock the world, I truly believe this, guys. I truly believe this. And I think people think that I'm just saying that just to pump the stock or pump the status of Caribou or NTLA this matter, right? This matter of fact, like when I talk about data, right, it's because everything leads to this path, right? Everything, if you've been involved in this space, follow the research papers, if you look at the preclinical data, if you take a look at everything that's happened before this set of data, for example, everything points towards the right direction, right? And ultimately, you don't have to be perfect. You just have to be way better than the average. And NTLA did this exactly with NTLA-2001. I think CRISPR Therapeutics is doing exactly that with CTI-001. And I truly believe Caribou Biosciences will do that with CBO10. I know a lot of people doubt that statement I just made, but there's one way to know, guys. There's one way to know. And NTLA did that exactly for us. They showed us why NTLA-2001 is here to stay and should be taken seriously by investigators, especially in the FDA side of things. So thank you so much for watching, guys. Hopefully you guys appreciate this video. Do like this video, found value. Let me know what you guys think in the comments, what you guys think about the data, what you guys think about NTLA-2001, what do you guys think about the future of CRISPR, future of in vivo, ex vivo, future of CRISPR in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching and have a beautiful, beautiful day. Thank you.